This is Jarrod Horak, and in this horse racing video, I will analyze the Grade 3 $1 million Southwest Stakes at Oaklawn on Saturday, January 25th. This is a Kentucky Derby 2025 points race, and through 14 races on my Road to the Derby video series, my top choices have 4 wins, 2 runner-up finishes, and a show finish. Now, 2 of my top choices scratched, so I'm actually 4 for 12 on the Road to the Derby. Now, last Saturday, my Lecomte top choice, Admiral Dennis, scratched out of that race. He did run back in an optional claiming dirt route at Fairgrounds on January 20th, and he won that race as the favorite. Now, Mystic Dan won the Southwest Stakes last year, and then he would go on to finish 3rd in the Arkansas Derby, 1st in the Kentucky Derby, and 2nd in the Preakness Stakes. Trainer Bob Baffert, he's won this race 6 times since 2010 with Conveyance, Secret Code, Castaway, Super 99, Newgrange in 2022, and Arabian Night in 2023. And he has the morning line favorite this year, Gaming. Now, I posted my Martha Washington Stakes video, a Kentucky Oaks 2025 points race on my YouTube channel earlier this week. And I also did a Pegasus World Cup video with my top choice and going last to first for my contenders in that race. So check out those videos if you're interested. Now, I posted my latest Road to the Oaks report yesterday at the runawayhorse.com on my Kentucky Oaks page. And my Oaks update includes recaps of the Busanda and Silver Bullet Day Stakes, updated point standings, and my top 5 Oaks fillies, ranked from 1 to 5. Now, you can check that article out at the runawayhorse.com if you're interested, and I will also include a link to that report in the description below. And I am going to post my updated Kentucky Derby report at the runawayhorse.com on my Kentucky Derby page tomorrow. Now we're going to meet the field for the 2025 Southwest Stakes. And after we meet the field, I'm going to go through the contenders and give out my contenders from last to first. And it's going to be the Southwest Stakes, the 10th race at Oaklawn on Saturday, January 25th. Grade 3, $1 million Southwest for 3-year-olds, mile and a 16th on the main track. Scheduled post time, 5:10 p.m. Eastern Time. Number 1 in here is Gaming for trainer Bob Baffert. Juan Hernandez will ride. He is the 2-to-1 morning line favorite. He exits a show finish, a disappointing effort in the Grade 2 Low South Futurity. Number 2, Publisher. He's still a maiden for trainer Steve Asmussen. This is a $600,000 son of American Pharaoh. He's 12-to-1 morning line. Monet's Magic is number 3. He exits back-to-back victories. He's 15-to-1. Number 4, Tiztastic for Steve Asmussen. 2-time winner here. Tis the Law of the Sire. He's 10-to-1. Number 5, Render Judgment for trainer Kenny McPeak, and this one's 15-to-1 morning line. Number 6, Sandman for trainer Mark Cassie. This is a son of Tappet. They paid $1.2 million for this one. He's 5-to-1 morning line. Number 7, Patch Adams for trainer Brad Cox. He's the 5-to-2 second choice on the morning line. Flavian Pratt is the rider. Number 8, American Promise. This one for trainer D. Wayne Lucas. He's one of 2 runners for Lucas in here, and he's 6-to-1 morning line. Number 9, Bon Temps is the second Lucas runner. He's a maiden. He's 30-to-1. Finally, number 10, Speed King. Breaking from the far outside here, he does have speed, and he is 15-to-1 morning line. And now I will give out my contenders from last to first. The horse that I picked to finish 10th, Bon Temps, number 9 at 30-to-1. This is a Bravazzo maiden for trainer D. Wayne Lucas, and he is getting faster, but again, he hasn't won a race yet. And he does exit an even 4th place finish in a 6-horse field in the Smarty Jones Stakes. That was a Kentucky Derby points race. He's going to need to elevate his speed ratings if he expects to compete with this group. Now, he did have a 5-furlong bullet workout at Oaklawn prior to the Smarty Jones, and then he ran an okay 4th there, and then he fired another 5-furlong bullet on January 17th. So he's going the right way. I just don't think he's good enough at this stage of his career to compete with this group. The horse that I picked to finish 9th is number 2, Publisher, and he is 12-to-1 morning line, and he's the other maiden in this race. He's run 4 times for trainer Steve Asmussen. And again, they paid $600,000 for this American Pharaoh colt. He did improve his speed rating when he finished 2nd in the local mud that was at this distance on December 29th. And when he did finish 2nd that day, he was more than 19 lengths ahead of the show finisher. So that was a good effort there. He does seem to be getting better, just like Lucas's maiden, but I don't think he's good enough to compete with these. I think he's going to be stalking the pace from mid-pack. And the horse that I picked to finish 8th, Number 3, Monet's Magic at 15 to 1 morning line. And they paid $100,000 for this good magic colt, and he's exiting back-to-back dirt route wins, and he rallied from off the pace in both of those wins. Trainer Ben Colebrook, he shows a profit with his route starters. This one does need to run faster against a better group of horses. The horse that I picked to finish 7th is number 5, Render Judgment, and he's 10 to 1 morning line. They paid $310,000 for this blame colt, and he does add blinkers for trainer Kenny McPeak. Now, he rallied to finish 2nd in his 7-furlong debut, and then he stretched out and he broke his maiden at Churchill 2nd time out. And then he was 5th in a 9-horse field in the Grade 2 Kentucky Jockey Club Stakes. And then he finished 3rd, and he was a clear 3rd behind a romping winner in the Gunrunner Stakes, and that romping winner was Built, and that was on December 21st. Built would come back and finish 2nd in the Lecomte Stakes. So this one, slow early, fast late event in the Gunrunner last time out, and for Render Judgment, he'll try to rally from off the pace. The horse that I picked to finish 6th is number 8, American Promise, and he is 6 to 1 morning line. $750,000 justified colt here. He's exiting a victory at Oaklawn. That was a front-running win, and that was a maiden win in the mud, and he was the favorite on December 29th. Now, he made the lead from the inside post, and he just kept on going last time out. Now, he does meet other speed in here. This is his first start against winners. Wayne Lucas with his graded stakes starters, 10% wins. And the horse that I picked to finish 5th, number 10, Speed King at 15 to 1 on the line. And he wired the field. He was a 22 to 1 long shot. That was in his dirt sprint debut at Churchill Downs. Then he stretched out and he set the pace last time out in the Springboard Mile. And he ended up finishing clearly 2nd best. And Coal Battle won that race. And then Coal Battle would come back and win the Smarty Jones Stakes. And so that wasn't a bad effort for Speed King as the favorite on December 13th in that Springboard Mile. He does have a bullet workout for this at Oaklawn on January 18th, best of 302 works. So that was a nice work there. Rafael Bejarano, he's going to ride him back. He got to know this one last time. I think he's going to be forwardly placed from the outside post. And the barn here is 0 for 22 in graded races. And now we're up to my top 4, and the horse that I picked to finish 4th, number 4, Tiztastic, and he is 10 to 1 morning line. And he ended up finishing 5th in a 10-horse field from the outside post. That was in his dirt sprint debut at Saratoga. Then he won his next 2 turf routes at Kentucky Downs, and one of those races was a stakes race in September. And then he returned to the main track, ended up rallying to finish 2nd in the Grade 3 Street Scent Stakes, and then he stalked the pace and he finished a clear 3rd in the Grade 2 Kentucky Jockey Club Stakes on November 30th. So Steve Asmussen is the trainer here. They paid $335,000 for this Tis the Law colt. Seems to slowly be getting faster on the speed figure scale, but he does need to take another step forward here if he expects to threaten the top contenders in this race. The horse that I picked to finish 3rd is number 7, Patch Adams, and he is 5 to 2 morning line. And he was the strong favorite when he debuted at 6 furlongs at Keeneland. And that day he battled on the pace. He ended up finishing a clear 3rd. Now, he removed blinkers in his 2nd career start. That 2nd start was at 7 furlongs, and he pressed the pace. He took the lead, and then he just pulled away in the stretch. He won by 10 lengths under wraps. Very visually impressive score there. So then, since then, he's had 3 straight Payson Park Bullet workouts for this race. Flavien Prat's going to ride. He's 2 for 7 with trainer Brad Cox. And Brad Cox, surprisingly, is 0 for 25 at Oaklawn. This one is probably going to get bet down from that morning line price. And the horse that I picked to finish 2nd is number 6, Sandman, and he is 5 to 1 morning line. And I thought he looked good when he defeated Innovator and Aviator Guy in an extended sprint maiden win. That was at Saratoga in his 2nd career start. Then he was 5th in an 11-horse field in the Grade 3 Iroquois Stakes in September. That was the first Kentucky Derby points race. And then he ran on to finish 3rd in the Grade 3 Street Scent Stakes in October. And then last time out, he showed up in an optional claiming 1-mile race on December 13th, and he did rally to win that race. He was the favorite, and the pace was slow early, fast late. So that was a decent effort that day. And I think he's the best late threat in this race for trainer Mark Casse. Christian Torres did get to know this one last time, and he is 4 for 8 with Mark Casse recently. So this one, I think he is slowly getting faster if you're looking at his speed ratings. And I think that he's going to be the wise guy value pick in this race. Definitely nothing wrong with picking some value horses, but he is a closer. We'll have to see how he ends up doing. And remember, it's only value if you win. There's no value in losing. And my top choice in here is going to be number 1, Gaming. And he is the 2-to-1 morning line favorite. But I wouldn't be surprised if Patch Adams ended up being the betting favorite. I know they're going to bet him down with Pratt in the irons. They always take, these Brad Cox runners always take money, and he was the heavy favorite in both of his starts. And Gaming is coming off of a disappointing effort. But as for Gaming, he wired the field as the favorite in his dirt sprint debut at Del Mar, and then he stalked and scored as my top choice in the Grade 1 Del Mar Futurity at 7 furlongs, second time out. Then he stretched out, and then in that day, he stretched out in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, and he chased his stablemate Citizen Bull, who was out there on the lead. And he just could never get to that one, and he ended up finishing a clear second. Good effort in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. And then came the Los Al Futurity. He was 1-2 in that race, and he was just flat that day, flat as a pancake. He just didn't run his race. He finished 3rd in a 5-horse field as the 1-2 favorite. And now Journalism won that one, and Getaway Car was 2nd, and Getaway Car is Gaming stablemate. Now Los Al, that oval, it can be tricky, so some horses really don't handle it. I'm just going to chalk that effort up to a Breeders' Cup bounce. He was pointing to the Breeders' Cup. He ran a big race there. Maybe they brought him back too quick. He just didn't run his race for whatever reason. Now, Journalism, a very good colt for trainer Michael McCarthy, and Gaming did defeat his stablemate Getaway Car in the Del Mar Futurity and the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. So again, he just did not run his race for whatever reason at Los Al. I don't think he's going to bounce back in this spot. Now, this is his 3rd start after a layoff. Bob Baffert's horse does have early pressing speed, and he does reconnect with his winning rider from his career debut, Juan Hernandez. He is 0-2 around 2 turns, and he hit the board in both of those races in his last 2 starts in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile and the Los Al Futurity, and he won both of his sprint starts. So it still remains to be seen if he's going to be a horse that can handle a route of ground. He handled it okay and earned a solid speed rating in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. Didn't fire last time out. And as for Bob Baffert, as I said, he did saddle the winner of the Southwest Stakes 6 times since 2010, and including the winners in 2022 and 2023. Now this one does figure to save all the ground, probably tracking the pace. I think he's going to get a big jump on the closers in here. And we know that Baffert knows what kind of horse it takes to win the Southwest Stakes. And this horse really could work out a dream trip from that inside post. I can see some other horses in this race going for the lead, such as Patch Adams and some others as well. And I think that Gaming can just tuck in behind the speed and just get the jump on the closers and win this. And I wouldn't be shocked, maybe if from the inside post, maybe they try to go to the lead and run them off their feet. We'll have to see how it works out. But overall, like, my best guess would be that he's going to be tracking the pace from the inside post. And he did have a big workout on January 11th. That was a best of 34 bullet at 5 furlongs. And I watched that workout, and he was asked for a run on the gallop out, and he really did respond and have a nice gallop out there. And then on January 18th, he came back a week later, and he had a more controlled maintenance breeze. So I'm going to go with Gaming to bounce back and be my top choice in the Southwest Stakes. Now, if you want a bonus free pick each day, go over to therunawayhorse.com and click on the Better Bets blog tab at the top of my homepage. You can get a free pick from around the country each day. And I offer full cards at Santa Anita each day that they run at therunawayhorse.com on my sales page. And I'm also doing a Pegasus World Cup Day full card at Gulfstream on January 25th. You can check out my sales page at therunawayhorse.com if you're interested in my full card analysis. So like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching my videos, and until I see you next time, good luck at the races.